Hello, everyone. I'm in Nepal. Actually, I'm doing retreat, but I'm very happy that I have an opportunity to give some teachings during this pandemic time. So now, all over the world, we are having this COVID-19. This disease is spread around the world. And many of my friends and students who are infected at the beginning, some of them, my students from China, and then now America, Europe, in different part of Asia also. So now this disease has become global everywhere. And I hear many praise, requests to particular pray some of my friends or students who have infected. And although I'm doing my retreat, and every day end of my session, I keep all of you and special people who are infected and who are having problem. I pray for them and dedicate my meditation virtue to all of them. And yes, this is very, very difficult time right now, and we are really facing what we call the truth of suffering. So, in the meditation tradition, the first teaching, what Buddha taught, is the first what Buddha's the meditation sentence is, Bhikkhu, life is suffering. Bhikkhu is his followers, disciples of monks. Life is suffering. So it is very important that the first step is to know suffering, to address, to be aware of suffering. I think this is really important. And now I think everywhere there's a lot of problems due to this pandemic, like people having even problem with excess restriction of moving here and there, and the food, and then people who are having the physical problem at your like begin by lung and entire body. So during this moment, what we do is, I think very important is there's two things important. So in the meditation, everything we need to find the balance. The view and the meditation and application, there are three things. And these three things has to be balanced. So the view, the first step is to aware of the suffering. And of course, now everybody knows about that. And not only aware of that, also we need to aware of the causes of this. So now, of course, physically, some of the people infected by this problem, but the main suffering is the mind. So we have a lot of anxiety, panic, and it will affect our family and the social everywhere. So to find this balance, the view-wise, important is to accept life is like wave of the ocean. So what we call life is impermanent. So in our life, there's a lot of up and down. And the most important is don't give up. What we call accept and let it go. But letting go is not giving up. And at the same time, we need to use the wisdom and awareness, love and compassion. We all have great skills also. We all have capacity. We all have power. So a lot of good things within us, all of us. So we try our best to use all these great innate wisdoms within us. Try our best to solve the problem. Whatever that you can do from your ability, from your capacity. So, but at the same time, our mind, don't try to tight on the result. Don't fix on the result. Because it's up and down, it is changes. So, if we not give up, if we continue to grow, and we can take it as learning process and to grow ourselves. Like for me in my life, there's a lot of difficulty time to time. So maybe many of you know about my panic story when I was young. And then even though I went to monastery, there's a lot of crisis time to time. And I went to wandering retreat. At the beginning, I almost died because of food poisoning. So the moment of life, there's a lot of up and down. But I never give up. So I try to learn, try to transform all these things. And my father said, when I was young, my father said, if you are going to somewhere and you reach the dead end, there's huge wall in front of you. What you have to do first is take out your backpack and throw to cross the wall in the other side of the wall. So once your backpack the other side of the wall, then now what you will do is you have to cross the wall, right? You cannot cross this way, but there's which and ways. There's so many different ways that we can cross. So therefore, don't give up. From the view, accept it is impermanent. Sometimes you cannot do. You cannot cross this way. But that's not only way. There's so many different ways which way we can learn, we can grow, we can transform from this problem. And this is also the other opportunity. So now, yes, we are having this suffering. So normally suffering, there's two kinds of suffering. One is the natural suffering, and another is what we call self-created suffering. So natural suffering like being born, getting old, sick, die, these are natural suffering. So sometimes you cannot change. You cannot really do much sometimes. Sometimes, of course, you can change, you can transform. You can go through it. You can, when this problem, obstacle, suffering comes, you can find solution sometimes. Sometimes you cannot. And there's another type of suffering, what we call the self-created suffering. The self-created suffering is very powerful. It's actually mental state. It's your mind creating suffering. So for me, like when I was young, I had a panic. Of course, panic is mental state. Most of the panic is kind of like emotion problem. But for me, the main problem is the panic, fear of panic. I don't like my panic, aversion of panic. So that's very strong for me. So it took me 5 years to let go of that panic, the aversion of panic. So I try to look for a solution of my problem. This is why I met the meditation. And I learned meditation because of my panic. I had panic when I was 7, 8 years old. I didn't know that at the beginning. But then when I was 8, end of the 8 years old, I really feel and it's very, very uncomfortable. My heartbeat is very fast and I was sweating sometimes. I cannot sleep and just I have everything become terrible. I fear of thunderstorms and snowstorms and bus. That time, sometimes we took bus, each bump of the bus, the big car, the bus. Each time, each bump, my heart is like, I'm going to explore my heart now. So then I learned meditation when I was 9 years old. And I learned meditation to get rid of my panic because I don't like my panic. And my first meditation teacher is my father. My father said, don't try to fight panic. You have to say, welcome panic, accept the panic. Then I did try, Then I say, hello panic, welcome. If I say welcome, then you will not come back again. Right? So the motivation becomes something because, I say welcome. Why I say welcome? That I want to get rid of my panic. But even though I try to say welcome, I don't really mean welcome. It's kind of like fake welcome. But even that fake welcome helps me a lot. So then my meditation here, my panic become worse. So retreat that time for 3 years retreat, traditional 3-year retreat. And that's the first month of the first year. So then become really big problem. So should I stay or should I go out? If I go out, I feel very embarrassed because I told everybody that I can do this. Then in the end, I really decided to stay, and then I really want to accept this. And I really say, hello, panic, welcome. Really, from my heart. I decided to live with my panic. I decided to learn how to live with my panic. Then I use my panic as support for my meditation. So there are 3 meditations I did. Awareness, compassion, and wisdom. So 3 meditation technique, which is transform panic into awareness, compassion, wisdom also. These 3 transform panic into. So awareness meditation, panic become support for awareness, or panic become awareness. And compassion meditation, panic become compassion. Wisdom meditation, panic become wisdom. So this practice is what we call transforming poison into medicine. Sometimes what we call self-antidote. The problem becomes the solution. So I really tried that. Then actually symptoms still there, but then I lost the panic of panic, aversion of panic, the hatred of panic. That is gone. And panic becomes support for my meditation. And then after a few, about weeks later, then panic is also gone. So normally I'm saying that, I miss my friend. Panic become my friend. Panic become my teacher. I learn a lot from panic. Now I'm here giving you this teaching. I think because of my panic. This has become a great opportunity in my life. So this self-created suffering is actually really strong. Let's say if you have physical pain, the pain and then fear of pain, or this uneasiness, or the dislike of pain is stronger than pain itself. Just pain maybe cause happiness sometimes, maybe cause suffering. It depends on how you look at the mental state. Like if you do massage, you think pain is good and makes you feel happy, But then if which is touched by maybe accident or extend heat to the wall or something like that, you feel very uncomfortable. The pain has become very suffering. So therefore, the self-created suffering is the mind, mental state. And actually all the suffering, what we call suffering, is the pain, is the feeling. And feeling is in our mind. And that feeling, that your own mind is in your hand in a way. There's a lot of things that you can do with that. There's a lot of things that you can transform with that. So once transformation starts from your mind, from inside, and that affect your body, that affect your action, and that affect your environment, people around you, and then that may affect the society. So our mind is very strong. Our mind is very powerful, actually. So, like, for example, you are watching this video now. So mind says, okay, I need to watch this YouTube video. And then body move. And then you go to the laptop or phone or whatever, and you can watch, isn't it? So it's begin by mind. If mind doesn't say, then you will not move. You will not hear, right? And now you are in front of this screen and watching this my video. After finish my talk, the mind doesn't say, okay, now finish, off, go back to wherever you are. If mind doesn't say that, then you will be there forever like statue. So mind is very important, and that influence our body, our speech, our action. So like right now, we are having this pandemic. And sometimes people are in our mind, we normally exaggerate sometimes. Of course, the real, of course, the fake, there's a problem, it's true, truth of suffering. The problem, whatever facing is real, but at the same time, our mind sometimes really exaggerate. Then what happens is, it may affect our action, behavior level, our mental capacity also. And sometimes we worry a lot, we cannot do too much. And even we do a lot of mistakes. So sometimes what I say, carefree, but not careless. So don't be careless. See the situation clear and try to accept that. But don't give up. So try to find a solution. Try to transform. Try to make use of it. This situation. You cannot go through. If there's huge wall in front of you, you may not go that way. But you can walk. There's which and ways, many different things. So what we call impermanent. So impermanent, meaning changing. Impermanent has many different possibilities. So there are many different doors of possibilities, different doors of opportunities. So many different things. So we have to think out of the box. And not only with the physical. There's a mind also, you can do a lot of things. There's awareness, there's compassion, there's wisdom. So many different practices that we can do that. So I'm really encourage you, all of you, to find this balance. So let it go. Accept life is up and down, impermanent, but don't give up and try to transform. Try to find a solution. Try to do whatever you can do from your capacity to help yourself, to help others, to help the society. Okay? So, as I told you before, there's three things: view, meditation, application. So, view, we have to find the middle way. So, not too extreme, not too loose. So this is really important. So now the view, simple explanation of. So how to be not too tight is to accept life is like up and down. Life is like stock market. I know now stock market go down, right? But it will come back in the future. Don't worry. It's up and down, up and down. Life is like wave of the ocean, go up and down, up and down. So to accept that. And then don't be too loose. We all have great capacity, wisdom, awareness, compassion, potential. So try to find a solution. Try to protect yourself. Try to help whatever you can. And then not only that, try to transform this into awareness, compassion, wisdom. Yeah. So then you can find the balance. Sometimes, I met some people and they are really, some people, they're doing a lot of charity and they are really very good heart. And some of them are really want to do a lot, but then they see you cannot really have big impact right away and become very stressed. So then they ask me, what should I do? And then normally I teach them about like find a balance. So try our best. We use our capacity, whatever, but don't too tight on the result. So once we find balance, actually they can help others better. And they said it is really helps. The capacity to help others also better. Capacity to protect yourself, kind to yourself, also better. Once you kind, protect yourself, and you can also help. Be kind, become a source of protection for others, also become more powerful. So this become like win-win situation. You win, others win. So these are really important. The first one, view. So now I will discuss second one, meditation. So the three things, remember? I will remind you again. View, meditation. And the third one is application. So now meditation is, so as I told you, there are three meditation techniques, three transformations. So maybe within these few weeks, I would like to get in touch on these meditation techniques a little bit. So with these coming days. So I think the first important for tonight, maybe some of you already learned meditation a long time back. You are, very experienced meditator, and some of you are never meditated before, just new. So then I think I would like to start from beginning, but that also good for those who already learned meditation a long time back, and also someone first time to learn meditation, so good for both. So those who already learned before become refreshed, and I will teach a little bit different style. And then those who never learn meditation also will benefit. So in order to transform, as I mentioned before, transform anxiety into awareness, love and compassion, and the wisdom, first what we need is what we call shamatha meditation. So shamatha meditation is Sanskrit, calm, and when I translate in English, calm abiding meditation. So we need to have some preparation. You cannot really transform anxiety or pain, suffering. If you are impacted, you might have pain, difficulty, or maybe just having the anxiety, physically pain, mentally pain, or emotional pain. So we cannot transform right away, but first step is we need to do the first. Normal, I teach there's three meditation techniques, shamatha meditation. So first, so one is the breath, one is the sound, and one could be the mental recitation. Recite something in your mind. So now, today, which one should I? Maybe I will do breath. Many of you might be familiar with the breath. So I will do the breathing meditation. So normally what we call the essence of meditation is awareness. So there are many different meditation styles, and basically there are two kinds of meditation style. One is object-oriented meditation, the object-oriented style, and the second is subject-oriented style. Subject-oriented meaning the awareness is more important. The object of that meditation doesn't matter so much. So that's the subject-oriented meditation style. And another one is object-oriented, meaning the breath. When you use the object meditation, object breath is really important. You have to stay with the breath and don't let your mind go here and there, and that's consistent. So the object is the meditation. Object is important. So there's two kind of this meditation style, but our style is the subject-oriented. Subject, the awareness. Subject. Subject and object. Yeah, right. So subject is the perceiver. Object is the perception. The object, right? Subject and object. So our style is the subject-oriented. Object, of course, we need object, but object is not so important. So you will know this later. So here, as our style is the subject is important, so therefore the first important is you have to know what is awareness. So who meditate? Normally, your mind recognize awareness and be with the awareness using whatever object, like breath. Then the breath is become support for your meditation. Yeah. So you have to know awareness. In a way, this is very easy one way, because awareness, if you wonder what is awareness meaning your mind, your own mind. The consciousness, the knowing, the cognition, basically. Awareness meaning knows what you are seeing, what you are thinking, what you are feeling, what you are doing. Can you see my hand? Yes, right? So that is awareness. There's a lot of dogs outside here. I'm in Nepal, there's a lot of neighbors, and there's a lot of dogs out here. Can you hear the dog barking? That's awareness. Can you hear my voice? So if you hear my voice, that's awareness. And so knows what you are hearing, seeing, thinking, feeling, perception. So basically there's awareness. So very easy. So now you recognize awareness, isn't it? So this is very important. So the essence of meditation is what we call awareness. So be with awareness is the practice of meditation. Okay, so now I will teach you breathing meditation. So breathing meditation, before I'm teaching you breathing meditation, I have one question for you. So the question is, how many of you are breathing right now? Now you are watching this video, isn't it? Are you breathing right now? So if you are breathing right now, raise your hand. Of course, isn't it? Of course, you are alive. So you might be breathing. Or if some people has a different kind of like personality, meditating on breath is not so easy, you can use sound. So can you hear anything right now? You can hear? So if you hear, of course you have ear, and if there's sound, you can hear. Of course, isn't it? Can you hear? Yeah, of course you can hear. So that is the awareness. That is the meditation now. Finish. So actually, now you learn two meditation techniques, breathing and sound. So breathing meditation, you know you're breathing, that's all. Right? And sound meditation, you can hear. That's all. Very easy. So normally what we call, like for the sound meditation, like what we call is mind and the ear together listen to sound. So when you hear the sound by ear, your mind also listen together. That's the meditation. When you're breathing, your mind also be aware of your breath. That's all. So, okay, now we will do this practice together. You can choose sound or you can choose breath, and it's up to you. So if you can keep your spine loosely straight, that will be good. But if you cannot keep your spine straight, you can lie down. And you can lie down with the keeping your body straight. Like we have this one special posture, what we call Buddha, sleeping Buddha posture. So when you sleep, right side down and keep balance whole body, relax. That's also okay. Or some of you sitting on the chair, if you use chair, then touch both the feet to the ground if you can. So so this is the body posture. So two things important. One is basically spine loosely, not too tight or too. You don't need to worry too much about my perfect posture. Loosely keep your spine straight like sitting posture or lying posture, depend on you. And then relax. Second important is relax your muscles in the body. So relax and spine loosely straight. That's the two things important body posture. So now we're going to practice. It's up to you. If you want to choose breathing meditation, you can do that, or sound meditation. Which one better? So we will try both. Okay. So first we will try breathing meditation. So now keep your body loosely straight and close your eyes. And now just simply to be aware of your breath. It doesn't matter what the breathing style may be. Shallow breath, deep breath, or breath, very easy breath, difficult breath, not easy to breathe. Doesn't matter, be natural. And what do you have to, your mind, what you have to do is just know that you're breathing. You can label your breath. Oh, I'm breathing in. Yes, now I'm breathing out. Like you can label like that. Or you can feel the sensation of the breath. Like when you breathe in, you feel warm. You feel cool when you breathe out. You feel warm. The sensation around your nostrils, You can do that also. Or some of you might have some kind of like shape or color of the breath may come. That's totally fine. Okay. How was it? So I think while your mind watching your breath, you might have many different thoughts, like worry about the pandemic, or whatever your past, thinking about the past history, or future plan, to-do list. Some of us, we have a lot of to-do lists, isn't it? Or right now, whatever when you watch your breath, or there's a dog barking out there, or there's somebody making noise down there, or I'm feeling warm, I'm feeling cold, like that. A lot of pala, yada, yada, yada. So that's totally fine. No problem. That's normal also. So now here, very important point here. So as I told you, everything, the view, meditation, application, all these three has to find balance, the middle way, isn't it? So for the meditation, now is a very important point here is when you have this thought, bala 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 yada yada yada, the anxiety also, whatever, what do you have to do? Don't try to fight with it. Don't try to block with it. Let them come. Let them come. But important here is try to remember your breath. Be with your breath. So don't get lost, what we call. Be present with the breath. The present is important. So as long as if you remember your breath, then this whatever bala 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 yada yada comes totally fine. No problem. Normally I give example about when you watch breath, if the pizza comes, pizza, let pizza come. So your mind is with the breath, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Pizza goes like this, Pizza comes like this, goes like that. Okay. If still you remember your breath, okay. Even two pizza comes, one pizza here, one pizza there. Okay. Oh, 5 pizza, 10 pizza comes, no problem. As long as if you can remember your breath. Of course, you cannot be with your breath long time. Just glimpse, few seconds, glimpse. So you're aware of breath, then you think you're aware of breath, then become memory, then loss. Oh, breath again, glimpse of breath, and then again become memory, and loss again. Glimpse of breath, and unclear, and become lost. That's normal. So what we call short time, many times. Again, repeat again. Breath, breath. Be with the breath. Be present with the breath. Be present with the breath. Come back. So this way, now you will find the balance here. So you're learning that accepting. You're learning that how to be free of what we call aversion. So my panic, the main problem for my panic is panic of panic. So that's aversion, dislike panic. I hate my panic. I want to, fight with the panic. So that aversion makes more problem. Actually, our mind, manifest the problem, suffering, the mental, especially self-created suffering, is by the aversion. Maybe we can try one small exercise. So normally I say peace and meditation, I think many of you know about this if you listen my talk before. So maybe we will do one pizza meditation here. So for the pizza meditation, we are not allowed to think of pizza for 1 minute, okay? No pizza for 1 minute. So please, everybody, keep your spine loosely straight. Close your eyes. And now I will say 1, 2, 3. When you hear 3, no pizza, okay? 1, 2, 3, no pizza. pizza. How was it? Lot of pizzas? Normally what happens is, when you say no pizza, more pizza will come in our mind. So that is normal. So that is the how normally our mind does. So normally our mind does the opposite. When you say no, mind says yes. So no pizza makes more pizza. And this is not only with the pizza, with the panic. No panic, more panic. Right? Don't worry, more worry. And then, oh, he's doing not well, she's doing not well. You have to do good. Should do this way, should do this way, not doing that, should do, then become argument, The many family members, their mind become very sensitive. And they are having a lot of big expectations of each other. You have to be there. You have to listen to me. You have to support me. You have to understand and all this. Then what happened is a lot of lists about you're not doing this, not doing this, not doing this. Then even small problem like one might say, okay, put this watch here. Yeah. And I said, no. Oh, watch not here. Oh, watch here. And then Anna said, no, I told you, watch here. So there's a small problem and then become big fight. And that is not only in the one family level, also in the country level, global level. So that is what we call aversion. So aversion makes like adding fuel into the fire. Suffering is like fire. Then we have this aversion, it's like adding fuel to the fire, and then fire becomes bigger. So now, how you can free this aversion? Again, you cannot free this aversion just thinking that I want to free my aversion. No aversion. Same like no pizza, same thing. No panic. Oh, I don't want to panic. Doesn't work. Nowadays, I have to be very peaceful. This is a very important time. Oh, doesn't work. It makes more problem. So then, how we can free? So you cannot free directly. You cannot work with this aversion directly. Indirectly, you can walk. You can free. So therefore, indirect is bring your mind to the breath here, or the sound later. We will practice sound meditation together. So then, when you be aware of your mind on the breath, aversion comes. Oh, my mind cannot be with the breath. Oh, I'm thinking bala bala yada yada. Oh, no good. Oh, the sound there. Oh, remember last somebody told me something bad things. I remember that. Oh, what happened? Oh, if I catch this dizzy. Oh, so many things. So in that time, don't fight with this. What do you have to do? Let them come. Bala 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 yada yada. Okay, but don't get lost with that. Your mind, remember the breath. Glimpse. If you remember your breath, as I told you before, 2 pizza, 3 pizza, 10 pizza is okay, right? So whatever, let them come. So when you do that again, then what happens? You will build new habit. And this is very powerful actually. You're working with the subtle level of your mind. You're working with the unconscious level of your mind. So from the subtle level, you're letting go of this aversion. But when you let go of this aversion, you're not denying either. You just welcome in, let them come, let them go. But you're back to the breath. You're be present with the breath. Yeah. So this is a very important, how to let go of aversion. The beginning, you cannot free today. This is just first step, okay? And second important is what we call craving. Our mind has grasping, craving. So we want to have the best. We want to have peaceful experience. We want to have calm experience. We want to have clarity experience. We want to have non-conceptual experience. We want to have happiness. So a lot of expectations normally. So normally what happens is when we meditate and we feel peaceful, then we associate our meditation with that peaceful experience or that blissful experience. So that is also you have to let go. So as I told you before, the essence of meditation. What is the essence of meditation? Can you repeat the essence of meditation? I told you before, isn't it? The essence of meditation is the awareness. Not the peace, not the joy, not the clarity, not the calm, not the happiness. All these are what we call experience of meditation. Peace, joy, calm, bliss, happy. Sometimes not, it's up and down, like stock market. Sometimes dull, agitation, anger, pain. Lot of thought comes. You might think, oh, I don't have like that much thought before. Since I begin to meditate, I'm thinking a lot. I'm getting worse. Sometimes you might experience those. So what we call up and down. But these are experience of meditation, not the essence. Even peace, calm, joy. So what is the essence of meditation? Is awareness. So stay with awareness. Look for awareness. Look for awareness, meaning be present with awareness. So when you know you're breathing, that means you're being with awareness, right? Then don't care about peace or not peace, joy or not joy, doesn't matter. When you don't look for peace, joy come, they will come more often, When you look for peace or joyful experience, what they will say, I'm busy. You have to make appointment with me. If I'm in good mood, then I will come. Like that. So don't care about those. What you need to care is the awareness. So the glimpse of awareness come back to again. So now there's two things. You're welcome. Whatever thought, feeling, perception, emotion, just welcome, as long as if you remember your breath. So that's the beginning, first step of freeing the aversion. Second, don't care about the peace, calm, joy, doing good or not good. Don't care. As long as if you remember your breath, you're okay. So that is the beginning of freeing grasping, grasping or craving. So when we begin to free this aversion and craving, then our mind becomes more peace, more open, more confident, more centered, more happy, more creative, more flexibility, more pliable and walkable. So now when you say no pizza, more pizza come, right? But when our mind becomes more pliable, walkable, then no pizza is no pizza. So that is the real happiness comes inside. And that is the experience of the meditation. But don't look for that. The real, what you need to look is awareness. And actually, awareness is the real freedom, real happiness. I will tell you this more later. So now we will do a little bit of sound meditation together, okay? So please Keep your spine loosely straight and close eyes. And please listen to any sound around you. Dog barking, or if you have somebody chatting nearby you, birds, sound of your laptop or computer or phone, doesn't matter. And again, you can label the sound, you can feel the sound, or you might have some image about the sound. As long as if you know the sound, as long as it's what we call application. So now you need to apply this, since I think many countries now quarantine or lockdown. In Nepal, we are locked down now. So you have almost like nature retreat. And especially when you feel anxiety or pain or uncomfortable feeling, whatever you feel, go back to the breath. Let them come, breath or sound. Remember the sound. Listen to the sound. Back to the sound. And you can have maybe like more neutral kind of music or nature sound. Listen to try to listen to those. So then you need to, then it will become new habit. So when I was young, when I feel panic, I do sometimes sound meditation or breathing meditation. So when I feel panic, back to sound or watch breath. And that really helps. And not only the anxiety, whatever suffering, whatever you feel, you just bring your mind to the breath or the sound. So you make 100%, making mountain out of molehill. So that's our mind does. So now you focus on the breath or sound, and that's good for you to develop this meditation mental capacity to be with that object. And do one is formal, one is informal. The formal meditation is maybe if you are very new to meditation, 5 minutes every day. And in that 5 minutes, no phone, nothing. Just dedicate time for the meditation. And informal meditation, you can meditate everywhere, anytime, while you're talking, while you're watching the television, while you're doing physical exercise, walking, drinking, eating, cooking. I heard that many people do meditation application and try to practice this. And then we will see in next week again. And I will continue to pray for all of you. And now we also want to dedicate to be soon healthy, and people who die, we dedicate for them to find out the way of their journey, our life become joyful again. So I will pray